Hello.
Hello.
Hey everyone. Welcome back to the AstoundCast episode 32, I think.
Yep.
Wow.
We've been doing this for too long already.
Yup. One minute. Let me just set the...
No worries. While you do that, I am doing shorthand.
Fair enough. And now I'm done. So,
that was
how's
cool.
your... Yes, how's your week been?
Overall, not too bad. Getting back into uni work and all that jazz.
Yeah.
How's your week?
Not too bad. Started college again earlier on last week. Didn't go too bad, yeah. Other than that,
That's
pretty
good.
eventful, really. Yeah, so been pretty uneventful week, other than me realizing that we're actually halfway through January now, which is pretty scary.
Yeah, that's gone really quick.
Yeah. Anyway, just hopping into a very, very, very quick motorsport section, as pretty much only one major thing has happened. With the announcement of Otmar Zafnauer departing Aston Martin, that rhymed. I didn't intend it to. Whoops. His replacement has been announced. Former head of BMW Motorsports, Mike Crack. Now, Mike has had experience in pretty much everything BMW has competed in, including Formula One in their own team and when they were with BMW Sauber. So he's had experience in F1 in the past, but not for a very long time. So be interesting see how Mike performs over this next season. As for the fates of Otmar Zafnauer and Marcin Budkowski, we're still completely unaware as to what's happening with those two. Yeah.
Always an odd one.
Yeah. Again, I've got my suspicions that Otmar is going to Alpine, and Marcin, God bless him, may be going nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it happens.
Happens to the best of them.
True. And this will mean Alpine's third team principal in as many seasons. Because, of course, we had Cyril Abiteboul leave at the end of the 2020 season, and then Marcin's just left after the 2021 season. So this will be our third team principal for the team in as many years. Well, let's just hope this one sticks around. Well, whoever it ends up being sticks around a lot longer. Because Alpine...
This should do, hopefully.
Yeah, because Alpine need a strong team principal, having the lineup of Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso, one race winner and a two-time world champion in the team. You need somebody good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I really have to say about the motorsport world this week. We've had a couple more NASCAR paint scheme reveals, though, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and there is one other thing as well relating to Aston Martin F1. They have revealed their car launch date, which is the 10th of February.
Oh.
So they're the first team to announce. Doesn't necessarily mean their launch will be the first one. They're just the first to say when theirs is. Although if other teams want to get ahead of them, they're going to have to work pretty quick. As the 10th of February is fast approaching, so they're really going to need to pull their socks up and announce a date soon if they're planning to do that.
Well, let's see what happens to begin with. They'll release it in their own time.
Yeah, true. But hey, 1 down, 9 to go. Let's see who gets announced next. Oh yeah, just one final thing as well, because something else just came into my head. On Monday, the FIA has officially launched their investigation into the final few laps of Abu Dhabi from the end of last season. Yes, it did take them 1 day short of a month to get that investigation started.
Well, at least they started it.
Yeah, and there's rumours going around, again, rumours that the decision taken in this investigation will pretty much influence Lewis's return or lack of return. So hopefully the FIA pulls out a decision that Lewis Hamilton likes and he remains in the sport. However, if they don't, we could be seeing the end of Sir Lewis Hamilton in F1, which will be a very sad day indeed.
Sounds it, but again, it all depends on the luck of the draw.
Yeah. Oh my god. And one final motorsports thing, because I keep remembering stuff.
Memory's faulty
Yesterday.
here.
Yeah, let's face it always is.
Sure.
Yesterday afternoon, going in today, was the virtual Le Mans race. Like 24 Hours of Le Mans had a virtual race, and current F1 world champion Max Verstappen did race. Unfortunately for him, he was 0.002 seconds away from pole position in qualifying and crashed out in the race whilst in the lead.
Eek.
Yeah, not a fun time for him. And ex-Formula One driver Juan Pablo Montoya also came into this race. I'm not too sure how well he did in the standings, but Max Verstappen didn't fare incredibly well. But that's what happens when you change from an F1 race to a 24-hour endurance race. Like, completely different ball game.
Seems that way.
Because F1, you're racing for 2 to 2.5 hours at a time. In a 24-hour endurance race, you're obviously racing 10 to 12 times that.
True.
Yeah, so anyway, that is it for the motorsport section, which went on a bit longer than I was actually expecting it to, because I kept remembering stuff somehow.
Yeah, stop remembering stuff you want shorter sections.
Yeah, like, I don't know how that happened. But yeah. Now, moving on to the Book of Boba Fett. Gotta say, very good episode. Not as strong as episode 2 was, but it was still pretty good. Well, to start the episode off, we actually did get some more backstory of the Tuscan Raiders, and tragically the end of their story definitively, because at the end of the flashback sequence, they were, it would appear they've been disintegrated. Yeah. So, the Tuscan Raider story is now definitively over. So I don't think we'll be getting many more flashbacks. If we do, it'll be going back to the Clone Wars era, which will be very cool. I would love to see that. Come on, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. But, yeah, so we see the end of the Tuscan Raider story, more than likely forever. But in the present day, we do actually see the return of the Pike Syndicate to Tatooine. So that's an immediate link between the flashbacks and the main story. So we see the Pikes return to Tatooine, and then later on down in the episode, we find out that the mayor of Mos Espa is actually working with the Pikes. And it would appear, by the sounds of it, that the Pikes sent the assassins from the last episode to assassinate Boba Fett, because, as the Hutts said, it wasn't them. So it looks as if, my guess, is that the Pike Syndicate sent these assassins from episode 2 to assassinate Boba Fett, which is going to make for a very interesting story. We also had the appearance of a cybernetic biker gang this week, with one member of the gang having a part of their body replaced with cybernetics. So they were basically cyborgs in a way.
Oh.
And we had possibly one of the best cameos in Star Wars history this week. Because, as I'm sure you'll remember me mentioning in the last episode, there was no Rancor in the Rancor pit. This week,
Yeah, no, that's all.
After a brief battle with Black Chrysanthemum in Boba Fett's Bacta chamber room, he exchanges Black Chrysanthemum for a new Rancor from the Hutts.
Oh.
Because it looks like it was the Hutts that sent Black Chrysanthemum in to kill Boba Fett, but his biker gang came in and stopped him. Grievously injured him in the process and trapped him down the Rancor pit. But he escaped with his life pretty easy. Now, the cameo was from the person who was the former owner and the person who was delivering this new Rancor. It was Danny Trejo. Or Trejo, I don't quite know how to pronounce it. Yep. He has made his official Star Wars debut. And the entire fandom's gone nuts.
Especially yourself.
Yeah, they have just lost their minds collectively. It's insane. And for the first couple of minutes, he didn't say anything. Then he eventually mentioned that the Rancors are actually quite a docile and friendly species unless you annoy them. And then they go full-on murder mode and kill you. I'm not even going to say try to kill you, because Rancors don't try to kill somebody. They do, or they don't. Bit of a Yoda lesson there. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that happened in this episode. At the very beginning, though, which is making me think we're going to be going back to the Clone Wars era, we did have a shot of Kamino and a young Boba Fett staring through one of the windows in his room into Poker City, and the actor who played Boba Fett in Attack of the Clones had his face CGI'd onto the actor that was there playing Boba Fett, technically. So that was really cool, and it was just a shot of Jango Fett flying his ship away to somewhere. But that one scene alone is making me think, are we going to be getting some flashbacks from the Clone Wars era? Because there is no way they've recreated Poker City just for that. There's no way they've recreated Poker City just for that one scene. That is just too much work for one scene. There is no way they've just done it for that.
What if they just did just to throw you off, though, Cam? That is a question.
That is very true, but something I've noticed that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni don't do is do something for the sake of doing it. They always do something and have it pay off at another point. So that's got a little bit of hope inside me. And another thing that's got me very hopeful is that recently, Temuera Morrison, aka Boba Fett and Jango, has said that he would be incredibly open to playing some of the clones, such as Captain Rex, reprising Commander Cody, and many more. So I'm wondering if he's actually already done it. Because, of course, we have this in Book of Boba Fett. We have, I'm not even going to say rumours, we have damn near confirmation that we're getting Clone Wars flashbacks in Obi-Wan Kenobi. And there is rumours that Captain Rex will be making an appearance in Ahsoka. So we have three potential situations, although one confirmed, where he could be playing clones again. Because if we're going back to the Clone Wars in Obi-Wan Kenobi, we have to see some of the clones, and the only person who could really play them is Tamara Morrison. Now, if that's the case, and we've gone back to Kamino in the Book of Boba Fett, we could also be seeing him play some clones there too. And if the rumor about Ahsoka having a appearance, maybe even a full-time role from Captain Rex, well, they're certainly getting their money's worth out of Tamara Morrison this year.
I mean, they're getting a better deal in this sense because they're actually able to get the quality they need.
Yeah, because, I mean, Tamara Morrison is the clones. Like, he's the person to have first played any of the clones in all of Star Wars. And seeing as I've got him back for one show, why not bring him back for two more where the clones could be very relevant? And I'd like to point out that all three of these shows are coming out this year.
You've got a lot to talk about then.
Yes, I do. And I would love to see what Tamara Morrison's net worth's looking like by the end of this year. Oh my god. Whew! Because even if he just plays Commander Cody or Captain Rex in Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's going to be a lot of money straight away, because those two characters, immensely popular. But I'm loving all the clone content that's coming our way this year, because we've also got the Bad Batch returning for Season 2, so there's a very good chance throughout this year, every Star Wars project will involve clones somewhere. Wow.
I mean, essentially.
And now that I'm saying that out loud, I can't quite get over that. Because Boba Fett himself is a direct clone of Jango Fett, but he is genetically unaltered, so because the clones themselves, they have a few genetic alterations, such as accelerated aging, whereas Boba is just a pure clone of Jango Fett. No changes, he is just literally a pure, unadulterated clone. And, of course, with Obi-Wan Kenobi having confirmed Clone Wars flashbacks, there's another set of clone cameos from Tamara, and, of course, the Bad Batch. Obviously not played by Tamara Morrison because of D. Bradley Baker, but Ahsoka is rumoured to be having that Captain Rex cameo, potentially even as a proper co-star, which would be really, really cool. So that's just freaked me right out, and I can't wait for that. Because as I'm sure everyone knows, the clones are my favourite characters in Star Wars history. Like, they are just amazing.
Well, let's hope that there is more content and they're not just leading you through a loop.
Oh, I hope not, because, well, at the very least, we know we're getting something in Obi-Wan Kenobi, because it was confirmed a few months ago we're getting Clone Wars flashbacks, because they've brought back Hayden Christensen to play Darth Vader and Anakin.
Nice.
So that's at the very least is confirmed. The only thing that we don't have confirmed about is Ahsoka because of the Captain Rex rumor. Hopefully that rumor does not be true, but we will see. Anyway, back to Boba. Yeah, fingers crossed. But anyway, back to the Book of Boba Fett. For next week. My predictions for next week, we're definitely going to find out more about the mayor and his involvement with the Pike Syndicate, because people just don't just get involved with the Pike Syndicate for the hell of it. Like, there has to be something behind his motivations for getting involved with the Pike Syndicate, and what he's got in it for him. Like, I think his main thing is to try and seize power of Mos Espa entirely from Boba Fett and run the place independently, because, as Boba said in the first episode, the person who runs Tatooine deems who the mayor is, and if the person who runs Tatooine doesn't deem you fit anymore, then you'll be out of office very quickly. So I think it's a bit of a power play going on. As for Boba Fett's biker gang, well, I think we're just going to see more of those guys being cool as hell. Will we see the Hutts again? Maybe. Like, I'm not sure how much we're going to see of those two because, of course, they're going to be very tough to move around the set, obviously, so we might see them from time to time, but as for Black Chrysanthemum, I think he's done in the show now. I could be wrong, but I've got a feeling that if we do see him again, he will be very much in episode 6 or the finale, so I think we're done with him for a while. As for what else we're going to find out next week, I'm afraid I am currently not too sure. As I said last week, I think the show's going to get a bit easier to predict around episode 4 to 5, so hopefully by next week I'll have some more solid, easier to articulate predictions for you guys, because as I've noticed with all the shows coming from Disney+, the first 2 or 3 episodes, pretty hard to predict. From the 4th episode onwards, pretty easy. So yeah, that is my semi-predictions for the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 4, title as of yet unknown. So, is there anything else you want to talk about this week?
This week, no, really. I've just been setting up for university again, so there's not much to say about this week other than constantly tired now.
Yeah, I'm feeling that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, my sleep schedule for the last week makes no sense.
You have a sleep schedule that actually makes sense?
No.
Exactly.
It's just this week's made less sense than usual. Yeah, hopefully next week's a bit better sleep-wise, because, my God, I need it to be. I really, really need it to be.
Same. Because I've got at least 2 pieces due this week.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday. Funnily enough, the Wednesday one, I've only got like 500 words left.
Oh, wow. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something I wanted to ask you about. Are you aware of any restriction changes in England within the next couple of weeks?
In England, no. There's been nothing properly said to us about any changes.
Fair enough. It's just, in Wales, over the next 2 weeks, we're actually going to be dropped back down to level 0.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So, there have been some changes made Friday just gone, which I'll talk about in the vaccine update, but there is a set of restriction liftings every week, and next Friday and then the Friday after, then we'll be back into level 0.
Okay, that's a lot better than just being stuck without being able to go out anywhere or do anything.
But and I think that's come around because over the last week there has been a very sharp drop in COVID cases in Wales.
Oh yeah.
Like I mentioned, I think a few days ago to somebody, the Wednesday after Christmas, there was 21,000 new cases on that day alone.
Oh.
Whereas on Friday, little over 2,000.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's a very, very sharp increase. No, sorry, decrease, and a very quick one.
Ah, yes, a sharp increase when the number goes down, obviously.
Yeah, my brain is very broken.
I mean, to be fair on you.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's a very sharp decrease in cases. The First Minister has deemed it safe now to put us back to level 0 over the next week. Well, over the next 2 weeks. So fair enough that he's not doing it all at once. Like, that may not go too well.
No.
But as of
At least do
now,
it in, like, small...
Sorry?
At least do it in, like, small patches, which is fine.
Yeah. But by the 28th of January, which is Friday after next week, we will be back into level 0 firmly.
Yeah.
Which is a very big relief.
Very big.
Because also, just before Christmas as well, they reintroduced masks in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah. However, I'm not too sure if that will remain after the reinstating of level 0. I will have to check that. So, yeah, I'll have to check because, of course, with level 0 coming back into effect on the 28th, those restrictions may disappear again, as it did last time when we went into level 0.
With our uni, we do have to wear masks around the campus and in lessons if we feel more comfortable to wear them.
Fair enough. But before Christmas in college, the only place you had to wear a mask was in the bottom of the new building because it's open to the public.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Whereas currently it's back to masks anywhere indoors.
Yeah, that way we have that like mask anywhere in the building, but
yeah,
if we sit at a table, we can take them off.
Yeah, but I'll just have to. Yeah. That's one of the places we do have to wear in the library.
Yeah, we do have to keep them on in the library as well.
Oh, I thought you said didn't, and I couldn't quite hear.
No.
Right. But yeah, I'll just have to check that one when level 0 gets reinstated. Who knows?
Well, the government apparently, but even then.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to talk about tonight?
Nothing else I can think of, I'm afraid.
Likewise, unfortunately. Do you want to wrap this up a bit early?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Sorry about the slightly shorter stream tonight, guys. I haven't had that much to talk about this week because it's been fairly uneventful, honestly. But hopefully that will change next week. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the AstoundCast, episode 32, which I still can't quite believe that we're at this point. So, don't forget to follow me here on stereo if you're watching on stereo, or if you're watching on YouTube on Monday, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to follow on stereo so you can catch these as they're happening, that will be in the link tree in the description, along with my other social medias. Feel free to give me a follow on those, by the way, if you like to. Don't forget as well to follow Roxanne on her blog and subscribe to her YouTube channel, and follow her on stereo if you like. And that'll do it for this episode of the AstoundCast, unless
Viking burials apparently included board games.
Damn, that's a bit morbid, but okay. Very weird too. Huh.
Anything I can think of.
I wouldn't have seen that coming. All right.
Well, they especially.
And with that fact, guys, I will see you tomorrow with another YouTube video and another stream next Sunday. Goodbye.
Bye.